People will abandon what they say is a principle when things aren't going their way.
Elon Musk has been a name that's made waves for years. A billionaire, an innovator, the man behind Tesla, SpaceX, and now the center of controversy on Twitter. But what happens when he faces a challenge that's not just from the tech world, but from the very media and people who once praised him? In a world where humor is often used to deflect from the harsh truths, Trevor Noah, the sharp-witted comedian and host of The Daily Show, has once again hit the nail on the head, exposing Elon Musk for what he really is. And it's not pretty.
So one of the first things Elon said when he took over was like, comedy is now legal on Twitter. And he was like, it's time for free speech, time for comedy, time for people to actually have fun on Twitter again.
What started as a simple commentary about Musk's tenure over Twitter turned into a full-on takedown of the man who once promised to revolutionize the social media platform. The moment was nothing short of dramatic. Trevor, in his signature style, didn't just joke about Musk's decisions. He tore down the billionaire's image of the visionary. Musk's claim to fame had always been about pushing boundaries: electric cars, space exploration, and of course, his radical vision for social media. But on live TV, Noah exposed a side of Musk that left everyone in shock. Instead of leading us to Mars, Musk had created a chaotic wasteland right here on Earth. Twitter, a platform where misinformation now reigns supreme and free speech has become a breeding ground for toxicity. It all began with Musk's promise to turn Twitter into a haven of free speech, a place where comedy would flow freely. But soon after, Musk was faced with a barrage of parody accounts, people mocking him by changing their names to Elon Musk and tweeting outrageous, over-the-top statements. What did Musk do? He hit the ban button. Immediately. His grand vision for free speech? Gone in a blink. Trevor Noah wasn't just observing, he was calling it out. And what followed was a savage roast that echoed across the media. No one is safe, Trevor declared, and the truth hit harder than any punchline. Musk's grand experiment with Twitter became less about freedom and more about control, and Noah wasn't going to let him off easy. But the fireworks didn't stop there. While Elon Musk was squirming under the spotlight, Donald Trump, a man whose name has become synonymous with controversy, was next in line. No one expected Trevor Noah to go after both Musk and Trump in the same breath. But that's exactly what he did. As he took aim at these two powerful figures, he didn't just call them out for their flaws. He dismantled their entire personas. And trust me, the roast was brutal. Trump, who once seemed like an outsider in the Republican Party, has transformed into one of the most polarizing figures in modern politics. But to Trevor Noah, he was nothing more than a walking disaster. A man whose rise to power was less about policy and more about spectacle. Trevor didn't shy away from calling Trump out for his endless self-promotion, his incessant need for attention, and his blatant disregard for the truth. Musk's and Trump's rise to fame wasn't about their ability to solve problems. It was about their ability to create a narrative. They both became the story, not through accomplishments, but through their ability to stay in the spotlight. And for the loyal followers of these men, this spotlight was enough. But Trevor Noah, with his biting wit, stripped away the illusion and laid bare the truth for all to see. Now, imagine this: Musk, a billionaire with a vision for Mars, failing to even manage a social media platform. It's almost laughable. And Trump, a man who spent his presidency in constant chaos, pushing false narratives and fueling division, somehow still managing to find a legion of loyal supporters. It's a circus, and not even a good one. But here's where things took a twist. Trevor Noah, in all his savage glory, didn't just stop at pointing out the flaws of these two men. He revealed the larger issue at play, the system that allows them to thrive. Musk and Trump, despite their faults, have become symbols of a broken system where image trumps reality and the truth takes a back seat. But let's be honest, when was the last time the truth had a starring role? Trevor's roast was more than just jokes and jabs. It was an expose. A look behind the curtain at how two men, each in their own right, have managed to manipulate the system to their advantage. They sell us dreams of electric cars and space travel, but when it comes down to it, their actions speak volumes. And those actions? They're full of contradictions. Musk, who promised to revolutionize Twitter, ended up turning it into a toxic wasteland. Trump, who ran on the promise of draining the swamp, became the swamp. It's not just irony, it's a tragedy in plain sight. As Trevor laid bare the delusions and contradictions of these two men, he didn't hold back. His words were sharp, his delivery even sharper. Watching him dissect the egos of Musk and Trump was like watching a surgeon operate on the very idea of celebrity power. There was no mercy, no sugarcoating, just the raw, unfiltered truth. And then, just when you thought things couldn't get any more dramatic, there was a moment that left everyone stunned. Trevor didn't just mock Musk and Trump for their failures. He exposed how their followers, blinded by loyalty, have been complicit in keeping the charade alive. It's like a reality TV show where the producers don't care how bad the plot gets, as long as the drama keeps rolling. This isn't just about Musk's failed leadership or Trump's chaotic presidency. It's about a culture that has allowed these men to thrive. They've become symbols of a broken system where the loudest voice gets heard, and the truth is a mere afterthought. But Trevor Noah wasn't having any of it. With every punchline, he reminded us all of one simple truth. The world doesn't need more spectacle, more egos, or more illusions. It needs accountability. If you've made it this far, you're probably thinking, this is getting real. And it is. But let me hit you with this. If you're enjoying this takedown, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, because you won't want to miss the next time Trevor Noah drops truth bombs on these powerful figures. As the dust settles, it's clear. Trevor didn't just roast Musk and Trump. He exposed the system that allows them to get away with their delusions. The charade continues, but maybe, just maybe, it's time for the audience to wake up.